Hey guys, welcome back to Server 68 with Genghis. So we just had SVS, as all of you did. We're looking at our standings here. You could see Ivan Grozny from BVS in second place as he was going for wings this weekend. So he's got to be excited about that. I remember the last time. Oh wait, this is the negative column. Okay, let's go back to the regular one. Okay, so sixth place. I guess he did not get it. He was in the top five for almost the entire SVS. I think it was actually just the last 30 seconds or so. Neff made a rally and bumped him out. And as you know what is going on my server, as I've been keeping you guys up to date, sort of a mini Cold War has broken out between BVS and Neff. You all saw part one. Neff took down that 10 billion keep, brought it down to 3 billion, and then it bubbled. And then 2 weeks later, maybe, BVS rallied Mags there in second place and took 2 billion, 2.3 billion off of him. And since then, this server has become an extreme bubble or burn server. And basically, you drop your bubble, you are gone in a second, no matter your size. So, fast forward to SVS, and I guess part of this Cold War was, well, you're not going to get top fives with being negative. And Ivan was bumped in literally the last 30 seconds. And then I got something special for you at the end of this video. So I recorded a bit during SVS, and I'll just play it for you guys and let you see. Here we are in SVS. This is live. You can see Ivan at the tower with this other guy. His name is like Hilo or something, and it's just a weird situation because so Ivan's obviously going for top 5 here in points, and he's playing with the tempo, putting troops in and out. Ivan's a 1.1 billion player, I believe, in size, and this other guy's almost 4 billion. And the thing I find weird is, so Ivan's obviously, you can look at the standings here, he's chasing top 5, and this Hilo guy, for some reason, a couple hours earlier, Mags, one of the top players on the server, had a march in the throne, and this Hilo guy would not touch the march, and they rallied the march. So Mags obviously pulled out his march and was like, if you want to rally my keep, go ahead, but you're not rallying a single march. But now this guy is perfectly willing to just play tag in the temple with a 1 billion player instead of rallying the player. The player's keep is larger than Mags's march that was in the throne, so why wouldn't they just rally him? The guy's going for top 5. Everybody in the SVS knows this. The guy's probably willing to eat a rally. Instead, what you end up seeing here is the guy just ends up gifting him about 100 million points in the temple. I don't really understand that. I don't know what's going on. I just don't see what's in it to win for this guy. He could probably even just solo Ivan. Ivan's, for the most part, a free-to-play player. There's not even a single scout that goes to Ivan's city. So there's not even an interest in seeing what his buffs are like. So this is just one of those interesting games at the temple that you look at and you're like, huh. But anyways, Ivan comes out here good, and he ends up gaining about 100 million points and only losing a little bit, so really good for the server. Ivan outsmarted him, way to go. And then we fast forward to what else happens in the SVS. So the Temple game is about done. I'm just looking around to see if there's anyone looking to backstab Ivan, anything like that. Nothing. No teaming up on him. Just a little fair play one-on-one between counterparts of the SVS at the Temple. And it's over. Ivan gets his points and he will port away. As you can see, he's now gone. No more fun. Ivan took his points and good for him. Good for the server. Everything's going well. Ivan's in the top 5. And just looking here, I like to find people, you know, use those warrants, help you find people quickly. And here we are. There's Ivan. He's back on our server. And, you know, he's just bubbled up, waiting for his top 5 reward. Get those silver, gray, blue wings, whatever color they are. I guess they might be blue because the dragon, and there you can see but they look gray. But there you can see the standings. Ivan's freshly cemented in the top 5. The countdown is on. BVS, NEF. BVS has often wrote other alliances and said, hey, we have a person in the top 5. Can you lay off? I wouldn't be surprised at all if this sort of stuff has happened. And this is about 3 hours remaining, and fast forward to the last 5 minutes. The deal's held as far as everyone knows, but the game's not over, and Ivan's sitting there probably counting down. It actually comes down to about the final 90 seconds. I think that's when I saw there was a rally. Neff found a guy, rallied him, and you see Ivan frantically rush to the other server trying to get points. Now, what's a guy to do, right? Obviously splat. That is the option. Looks like that's about what's going to happen. And I'm just watching. The whole server's watching, wondering, is Ivan going to be able to get his... I think he needs now about 80 or 90 million points in the last 90 seconds. Not easy, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And hey, when you're an alliance that cares about the server, always talks about other alliances getting negative points, you don't want to go negative, right? You would assume that that would be frowned upon within your own alliance. But apparently it's only rules for other alliances. Apparently rules do not flow downwards. They're just made for the superiors. But anyways, he throws down a negative 130 million splat here. And luckily that Neff Rally saved us. And we held on to the win. So good thing Neff did that, because Ivan was going to throw down a big negative. And here you are. Hyper Eagle, this morning's attack, gets zeroed right there. And now we'll look for the subs and see what happened to those. And I assume only good players would get them. And so just looking, trying to find them. I got so many subs bookmarked, as everybody does. It takes forever. And there we are. Warzilla gets the Russian sub from BVS. So truly one of the great players in the game. War pounces on the opportunity, never to miss a chance to take a sub from his old friends in BVS. So this is a good one. Obviously one you want to keep. And I'll keep scouring the map, see what else he possibly took from them. So after SVS ended, SVS ended probably about 15 hours ago. So it was last night, and this is in the morning. This is 10 a.m. my time right now. And a couple hours ago, so this is in my Discord channel, so someone found this and got it sent to them, or it was in a line group, something like that. Anyways, Hyper Eagle, a decent-sized member in BVS, 2.5 billion. Guess he dropped bubble. Not sure what happened. Never know why people drop bubble, because it's never on purpose, right? But as I said, our server is now heating up. You drop bubble, you are done, no matter your size. And as you can see here, Neff took him down with about a 20 million rally. Took them from 2.5 to 1.1 billion. And you can see also the reinforcements, 8.7 million of them. They survived. And then, can I switch here over to the next? Okay, so I got to log out and or close this picture and go back. And here's the next one. Neff immediately hits him again and zeroes him. All reinforcements done. You can see, obviously, massive loss to Hyper Eagle. Not easy to recover from this stuff, especially when you land that second attack. So if we look at the first attack, only 5 million killed. It's probably all smaller troops. But when you look at this second one, 21 million killed, that's where you're going to start to get some big troops, and it's going to be permanent losses on him. And then I got a random report. So apparently after Hyper Eagle was 0, there was a race for his subsidies. He had a lot of good subsidies and good PvP ones. And during it, there was a player from Neff. And I get contacts all over from everybody in different alliances. And I just got this. I didn't even know anything about it. And then I had to ask people, hey, where was this from? Like, because it doesn't have the dates, right? So I didn't know when this happened. All I know is that Bellatrix joined Neff probably a few months ago, so it had to be in that time. And then with the buffs, you could see the new tech, so it was somewhat recent. But apparently this happened immediately after, and Neff, or BVS, was trying to defend the subsidies and keep them for themselves, which is usually what happens, right? As you don't want that to get away. But as you can see, so apparently Monarch 1580-20277, one of the most reliable sources on the server, has told me that Mamba or Dirk is very upset about this report. Not sure what he's upset about. Embarrassed, upset, like if he's upset about the troops that were lost, or if he's embarrassed or not understanding the new tech, like should have done better. Let's look at it and we'll decide for ourselves, or you can decide. So the defender is on the left and Mamba, Dirk, Hebrew Hammer on the right. As you see, 1700% attack. So massive, massive attack. And the range debuff at the very bottom there on the left is only 598. I think Mags was 788 when he defended the rally. And the rest of the defensive stats here are not that great. So when we move over here to the attack, I agree with Monarch 15, etc., that if I was Dirk, I would have expected more from this attack. So he's probably left scratching his head. If you look, because the ground defense and HP is not great. And the horse HP 500, siege attack only 984, which is probably, or sorry, horse HP 683. That's range HP 506. The siege attack 984, that's probably the best feature of this defense. And the attack is outstanding. But when you look at the actual report, and he sends a full march, like obviously he's going to lose. He's not going to zero a 2 billion player. But I would have expected a lot more than that. I would have expected him with the new tech to be able to take 600 or 700 million off of Bellatrix. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. Maybe the new tech is set up so that it really, really helps rallies and not solo attacks. Because I just think that with the you know, these, because I would have expected more from the top player on the server to take more out of Bella over here on the left. Maybe there's just not enough reports out there on solo attacks to be able to compare to know maybe this is a very good attack. Maybe this is the new norm. Maybe it is, rallies are the way to go all the time now. And they really would be before on a 2 billion player anyways. But I'm sure Dirk probably thought the same thing. Hey, I got 1700. Let me go swing this big hammer and see what happens. And I'm sure he filled his T1s, and all those killed troops and deserters are very low level for him. And anyways, this is all in the Cold War that has broke out on the server. Let me know your thoughts on it. Exciting stuff. Love being a non-participant and just watching from the outside. Genghis, server 68. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.